Hi, welcome to the Daily Lenny. I'm quite intrigued by Lenny Kravitz's album called Baptism. A lot of the professional critics are a bit intrigued by it as well. They often comment on its cover. Lenny is there wearing nothing but a guitar, it seems, in a sea of what looks like red paint. Or is it blood? Baptism. For those who are familiar with the Christian New Testament, the idea that you are washed clean by the blood of the Lamb is a picture you get in the book of Revelation. It's not surprising maybe that in an album titled Baptism, you might have a lot of red, even blood, featuring. But that seems to escape a lot of the critics, unfortunately. And the whole album is quite interesting. The title track is one called Baptized, where he talks about being saved from the loneliness and from the emptiness and in wanting to be baptized into your love. One of the things about Lenny's songs is often it's a bit ambiguous. Is he talking about human love, as so many songwriters do, or is he talking about knowing God and his love in Christ, Jesus? It seems to me when you read the lyrics of that particular song, Baptized, he's wanting to be free from the fear and the loneliness that ultimately is only found by knowing Jesus. And when you look at the rest of the songs on that album, there's a lot of similar sort of themes. Songs like Where Are We Running? About how we're after work all the time, or chasing after fame, and we slave away, but really where are we running to? Or songs like What Did I Do With My Life? Where it seems that he's reflecting at the end of life on, have I done what was really intended of me? Asking some of those big questions of life. Or one particular song called The Other Side. Let me read to you some of the lyrics from that song. He says, where do I live? Where is my wife? I am alone. What's life worth living for? Where am I going and what am I looking towards? Where are my kids having their fights, calling my name so I can kiss their sores? Seems to me that in this particular song, Lenny is reflecting on the choices you make between family and that sort of love and fame. He says elsewhere in that song, I'm internationally known with platinum and gold. I've got millions sold. But after the party, I'm left standing in the cold. I would like to be a simple man. I'd buy me a farm and live off the land. Could a wife and children be better than being in a band? And the chorus in that song, so Father, can you tell me again? Father, can you tell me again what I'm living for till I meet you on that day on the other side? What is life now really about? That's a deep question, isn't it? What is life now really about? Even if it seems, as Lenny sings in that song, even if you have a relationship with the one true living God through faith in Christ, and you know that you'll meet him again on the other side, there's still the question, what am I meant to be doing now? The whole album, I think, is quite interesting on a number of levels for these sort of themes. And the one song I've picked from this particular album is one of 3 songs on the album that sort of relates to Lenny's profession as a rock and roll star. The very first song on the album is called Minister of Rock and Roll, where I think tongue-in-cheek he talks about how people turn often to music for escape. They turn to rock stars as people who might facilitate that salvation. And it's probably true of any musical experience. It's probably true of the great conductors of the world. It's probably true of whether you're listening to a rock concert or whether you're there listening to a fantastic symphony from a world-renowned orchestra. Music can be escape. People can look to it actually to balm their soul. And yet in the very next song, he sings about, I don't want to be a star. Now, of critics have pointed out, well, he seems to have kept pursuing stardom anyway. And in a particular interview, Lenny said, look, this is not saying that I don't want to be a star full stop, but more that there are moments in any day or week or month or year where I'm over it. I don't want to be a star. So how do you resolve all of these questions? Questions about faith and life, about purpose, about work, about the particular profession that we've chosen. How do you resolve all of these questions? Well, the one I've chosen is, I think, one way that Lenny seems to resolve it in this album. The song's called Flash. And he's referencing, I think, both the flash that goes off on the camera of the paparazzi as he reflects on stardom, but also maybe that idea of Andy Warhol's, well, it's not really his idea, but that there's 15 minutes of fame, and how his popularity, anyone's popularity, is but fleeting. So have a listen to Flash as Lenny reflects on what it means to be a star. He says this: the opportunity's taking me over. I'm going to put on a mask. I've got to be outrageous for my fans. I'm not going to waste this moment, because these moments don't last. Indeed, my time's going fast, and when it's over, it's over. Have a listen to Flash.